Good morning, I'm back again with another video, and this video is going to be talking about money and the difference between two different types of money. So what you see here, this is a real $5 bill that I'm using for an example. This is what everyday people are familiar with. It's what they use to pay their purchases. When people talk about getting money, chasing money, this is usually what they're talking about. Chasing a greenback. So I'm gonna use this for an example here. This $5 bill, like, do you think it costs $5 to make this $5 bill? You're right, it don't. Only thing that actually gives this $5 bill value is pretty much right there, the United States of America. The federal government is actually what gives this $5 bill its value. So without the government actually giving that $5 bill its value, it's pretty much worthless. Just a piece of paper. So most people don't actually think about that. But like I said, with inflation, you know, this bill here, or any bill that you have that you do spend, it loses its value constantly. So pretty much what you used to could be able to buy for $5 can't buy that anymore. It costs more money now to buy what you used to get for the same amount of price. So this is also known as fiat currency, which most people are probably not familiar with. All this is just a term, Latin, known as let it be done. So fiat currency is just the government's form of everyday money to pay for goods and services. So like I said, this $5 bill has no value of itself other than what the government says it is worth. So now let me go to another form of money. Gold. Now, what most people do, actually gold and silver. Let me throw silver in there too. Here's the silver. Gold and silver. This is also two forms of money. Just like that. It's not well known, but usually gold and silver these days is just used as an investment. So gold and silver has always been around. It comes from the earth. They used it thousands of years ago. And the great thing about gold and silver, what makes it real money prior to the fiat currency, is that gold and silver have always had value within itself. And the word for that is intrinsic value, which means that pretty much that it can be used for more than one thing. It can be used for money, but at the same time they use gold and silver for industrial uses. You know, silver's in your cell phones, you know, your tablets. They use it in, you know, a lot of industry, automotive stuff. Gold is used for, mostly for reflective material, space, infrared, things like that. So there's a lot of uses for it. Like I said, difference between this $5 or this fiat currency and this gold and silver, precious metals, is that this has no value. It's worthless pretty much. This always has and will have value. It's always gonna be worth something. So what I usually do is I take paper money and convert it to real money. So pretty much I take this to buy this. This is not worth anything. This is worth everything. Now what do most people do when let's say if someone were to get a gift like this? You know, you say, hey man, here's a gift, you know, happy holidays or happy birthday, whatever the occasion is. So what most people usually do, they want to find out how much it's worth, because what they want to do is they want to do the opposite of what I did, was take this to buy this. They rather take what you give them to get this. So it's always like, all right, I want to turn this in to get this, because this is what I just said at the beginning of the video. It's all about, when people say think about money or chasing money or getting money, the focus is always on this, and it shouldn't be so much. See, gold and silver is very important. It's always been here, it's always will be here, because it has a lot of different uses. But like I said, what a lot of people, rich people do, they spend a lot of their time buying gold and silver, because it's a store of wealth. It's always going to have value. So every day while the dollar is actually declining in value, people that actually want to keep money, real money, they're buying gold and silver. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with either one of those. You know, obviously, if I were to take this to Walmart, although it is real money, it's not what the government uses today, which is this. So in order for me to actually buy goods and services at Walmart, I can't take this. I would have to take this to convert it to cash to spend to pay for goods and services. But like I said, I just as far as an investment tool, I take this paper that's just used for everyday goods and services to buy real money. This right here is printed off every single day. It's pretty much worthless, because the government can just make more of it, and that's why we stay so much in debt. Gold and silver, you can't make it, you can't reproduce it, you can't duplicate it. Like I said, it comes straight from the earth, and there's only so much of it in the whole world. So that's what makes gold and silver precious metals, because they're rare, and there's only so much of it in the world. So when it's gone, the price of gold and silver is going to skyrocket. This here where everybody's stacking, trying to get to, it's going to be pretty much worthless. And this, at the end, this is going to be the only thing that really matters. Gold and silver, any precious metal, anything of value. So like, you know how it started back in the old days, ancient times, using gold and silver to buy goods and barter and things like that. It's going to go back to that, because this right here is only temporary. Alright, adios.